All right, welcome back. I'm just going to talk about the end of the year. Here we are. You freaking made it, dude. All right, so right away, new year. Check all the playlists from the previous year. They're all over the place. Go to my channel, scroll through them. I got them all categorized as best as my small mind can do. And there's 883 stuff. There's Sportster Hardtail. Now there's Shovelhead, rides, what else? How-tos, how I do, I should say, and whatever you need, dude. This year, I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to throw in some fucking metal talk stuff. I've been slacking. I'm living out in the woods, kind of, sort of. There's not really too much music going on here. I lived in cities before, and I was always going to shows, playing, whatever, and now it's kind of no man's land here. So hopefully I'll get that kicking off. My ears have just been listening to the same bands over and over and over. But there's so much new music out there, I can't even list a band. I'm just overwhelmed. My brain hurts. I just put it on Spotify and it just shuffles through, and I don't know the names of them. They all sound the same and they all fucking rip. If I find something, I'll shout it out. But again, in my playlist, I'm going to start putting some metal stuff in there. Check it out. If you have anything, put it in the bottom. If you hear a band that you like, put it down there. I'll check it out. I'll listen to whatever.
What bands am I listening to these days?
So all year I just worked on the Sportster. It had issue after issue. A lot of them was just my fault, not knowing, going too fast, not caring, doing it, having to do it like 3 times, like put my starter in a million times, check the playlist. All that stuff just took time. And I kept buying stuff and making more projects and messes, and I own a home, so I'm doing that stuff too. So last year I kind of had a lot of learning curves. Saying that, this year I'm doing one thing at a time. So this year I got the Shovelhead. I've been working hard on that since my Sporties rips. Both of them are just fire up and go. And Shovelhead's I just got to put it back together and see if it runs. I got a van outside. I'm going to try to film that. I don't know what's going on with that. It needs a motor. It needs motor work. I'm not really sure. I'm going to take the heads off, redo all that, put it back on, see what happens. Otherwise, yeah, it's full steam ahead. I'm going to work on this Shovelhead right now. Speaking of Shovelhead, let's look at this bad boy. Shovelhead time. So I started going over this thing. I just put the top end on, and I was going to put the carburetor on and the tanks and all that and the tins. And I realized I kind of want to do some wiring on it. And then I went down a whole rabbit hole. So I used to have this thing on switches. On, off, and light switch. So the one problem was, I'll show you, was I had it here. And even though my bracket's pretty nice, it's too close to the chain. When I sit on it, it drops down quite a bit, and the chain obviously is just gonna hit the back of these. There were some other things I need to do. I still need to, I knuckleheaded it and put this wire around the frame. I need to just cut all this up, rewire it through here, and then I actually started already doing this, but I rewired a bunch of stuff all the way to here, and this is where I'm at now. I was originally going to put this on a key switch, and then the starter didn't work, and that kind of rabbit holed me into just on and off switch, kickstart, and it'll get it going. And now that those switches were kind of in a weird place, I really didn't want to make another bracket. So I had actually bought a new 6-pole switch. I don't really know if it's 6-pole pin, something like that, because the other one was junk. After doing research on how these switch things work, they're pretty confusing, but with wiring, nothing's uniform. Everything's made, tailored to your setup. So it's not just a cookie cutter option. So I had to sit down and just try to figure out how the freaking switch worked. And I couldn't wrap my small little mind around it. So it took me a while. But I think I got it. This is where I got it set up now. So what I'm going to do now is try to get this all buttoned up, reroute some wires. I just did it too fast like usual. And now it's, I don't know what I was thinking. But I'm going to button this up, get a zip tied on there for mock-up, and then maybe throw a battery on there and start hitting it with the multimeter to see if it turns on the lights and whatever in certain positions. So I'm hooking this battery up right away. I like to check the battery before I hook the negative and the positive up. Only when I'm wiring buttons and stuff, because I don't know if they're right. I don't want to put like 2 hots on it and fry some electronics or something. But I got one thing about batteries that I hate the most. Let me show you. There's that freaking thing on the bottom. You always have to put some paper underneath. That's what I did over here. You can see it's white. That's so annoying. Just to screw that down, you always have to have something under there. Wish they'd stop doing that. Okay, so anyways, I got the negative hooked up. So that means the whole bike is ground. This is my hot. So let's check. See if I can get this without the light in it. All right, here we go. All right, so yeah, there's 0. Okay, after hooking the battery up, I'm testing this up a little bit. This thing is wrong. So what I'm assuming, I either got it off one terminal or I just need to find which the positive goes to. That's all I really need to know on this frickin' thing. I can't find anything online that says, this is number 1. It drives me nuts. And I wish there was directions that came with it. So I gotta keep pecking away. Oh boy. With wiring, I know if I start getting frustrated, I gotta take a break. So, it's morning time. But check out all the madness I've been doing. So for all of you to say that told me to get a manual, well, I got one. And I finally sat here and looked at it. And these schematics on each one are all the same. So to wrap my head around it, I tested on my bike. Each position I wrote down which is hot, with the hot coming in the same place. So, saying that, it's a little easier than it should have been, and I don't really need any pigtails to do anything. I'm gonna keep it simple. I just won't have one position, which is weird. I don't know why. I'll explain it later, but I'm gonna get back to it after I sip some coffee. All right, I got the battery hooked up and the switch all hooked up. So I got my meter on the frame, and this thing, that's the hot going into the switch. There you go, from the battery. So, first position, that's the coil. Battery's probably getting bummed. And then got lights. And power. That's a success, boys. All right, now that it works, here's the new switch. It's not plugged in, so nothing's gonna happen, but this thing isn't really secured on there that great. I'm gonna have to get some screws for the switch. I just have it zip tied in right now, and I'll get it set up. This thing doesn't switch very good. Maybe they're always like that, I don't really know. I'm hoping it's just not rubbing. But yeah, that's it. I got a switch installed. Leave in the comments below if you want a switch video. I kind of learned a little bit about switches and what I like and don't like about them in different kinds. So if you want to see that video on the how-tos, leave a comment below. But otherwise, in the next videos, I'm going to be just putting this back together. I still got to do sissy bar to fit the seat, and Another obstacle is this area here. I need to either get new clutch set up, or I think it's a dry clutch, so I need to convert it to wet clutch. And then everything else kind of cosmetic and stuff I want to do. I want to get rid of this cover. I want to move mids to forwards and all kinds of stuff, but I'll do that later. But anyways, that's good for now. So I want to say thanks for all those fucking people out there watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, following the memes on Instagram, and you know, sending me stuff. I'm kind of a space cadet. Sorry I don't pal around with everybody, but the support is cool. I've been talking back and forth with certain people, and it's pretty cool to just like bullshit with other humans out in the world. Someone on, I gotta look at my phone because I don't remember jack shit ever, but check out Old Thunder. I'll try to put a video up here, put it in the description. Check out his channel. He's got a cool bike. It's not a Harley, so thank fucking Christ. Go look at that guy. He's got a cool bike, cool videos. Who else? Let's see, another person on the old bucket list is X's Chopper Blog. Check him out. He shouts me out, so pay the favor, go watch his stuff. It's just a blog. He just talks over whatever he's doing and whatnot. But you make a lot of comments and follow me. I'll shout you out. Let's see. All right, so Instagram's a different story. I got a lot of shit posters on here. I'm actually trying to stay away from the shit posting. I did it. You know, I got enough out there. Check out old Chopper Whisper. He hits me up and tags me a lot. Cheech. Shoot, I don't even know. There's so many. Shout out to everybody who just hits me up all the time, you know, and answers my dumb questions. And to keep up to speed, check out these videos.